guys, it's me back again, George from Lost Legion. Today I'm going to show you guys Sacred Beast deck profiles. So if you want to play a deck in 2020 and have a meta and beat your opponents, then pick a different deck, but this is a good alternative. To start off, we're going to play 2 of the Hamon and then 2 of the Raphael. Most people I see just playing the Hamon instead of the Hamon, just playing the soft lock where you put both in defense. I like you playing one, let's go, having the 2. The red one sucks, I don't even know the name, so don't even bother learning it. Both are good, so when we get later into it, when you play the continuous trap, it becomes a skill drain on your opponent's side of the field and deck, on field, hand, and graveyard, and you need 2 names for that. So Raphael kind of sucks, but you kind of just have to play because if you resolve the trap, you pretty much win the game. And next for the best starter ever, Dark Beckoning Beast. This card's really good. It searches literally everything in your deck. You typically use it to search out your continuous spell, and then the continuous spell, if you activate that, you search this card. It's really good. It gives you an additional normal summon, and then also, as I said before, it searches. Another good card that we play from this Sacred Beast, we often play the Chaos Summoning Beast. I play 3 of these just because since we're playing a larger Sacred Beast package, when I'm talking about Raphael and Hamon, this card becomes live. A lot of times you'll get Ash or Impermed on your normal summon, and you can cheese out at least one of the Sacred Beasts because you still have the Summoning Beast. This card lets you tribute summon the Sacred Beast from hand, and this card lets you search your Fallen Paradise. Fallen Paradise is your pot of greed. Then we play the 1 Dark Summoning Beast. You typically only resolve this card once. It's really good. It's your key combo piece. It specs 1 from deck. Remember, don't cheat your opponent. Whenever you use this card's effect to special summon, you don't get to attack that same turn. So don't summon your Raphael and try to punch for game. This card also, you can banish it to search your Sacred Beasts. So typically you use Summoning Beast to summon 1, and then, you'll use your Dark Summoning Beast to summon 1, search, and then you use your Chaos Summoning Beast to spec the 1 from hand. And just because we can, we play the 1 Diabolos. Diabolos because someone, like as I said before, Dark Summoning Beast tributes, Chaos Summoning Beast tributes. This is just an easy way to get a 3000 beef stick out. It can be targeted, and if you really want to, sometimes you get left with this card and Anaconda. Anaconda is kind of a choke point. If your opponent takes advantage of it, they can OTK you. So typically you use the Diabolos to tribute the Anaconda, and then you rip a card out of your opponent's hand, which is nice. Card I'm thinking about changing out is Phantasmes. I play 2 Phantasmes and 2 DD Crow. Honestly, Phantasme is not that great this format. I played it because this deck lost kind of heavy to Veiler and Imperm. Phantasme helped you against, particularly Veiler, because you can prevent the negate. You can prevent the Veiler. It's not that great because not a lot of people link summon. DD Crow is absolutely nutty. I'm gonna move it up to 3. Card just says banish a card from your opponent not once per turn. You really can't say no to that. For our extenders, we play the Danger Package. It's just really easy way to link climb and is a lure fodder and lets you go in Anaconda. Speaking of Anaconda, we have our Red Eyes Dragon and our Dark Magician. Can't say nothing more than this. We also have our Red Eyes Fusion. It's bricks, it feels bad, you banish off a lure in case you draw the Red Eyes Fusion. Not the end of the world. We play this 2 Cerulean Skyfire. The card's good, negates everything a lot, so I think this card, if I remember correctly, I don't know exactly what the wording is, but it negates the resolutions. So because it doesn't negate the activations, say your opponent activates Drop Blitz, Judgment or Super Poly, because it negates the resolution, it's not activating to the it's not responding to the activation, it's responding to resolution. So say they pick Super Poly or Drop Blitz, let them discard their whole hand, target their cards, and you say, okay, on resolution, you put your, your Hamon to defense, and then you say negate. Really good card. Also has an effect that say your Beast gets sent to the graveyard, you don't take any damage for that turn. Really good because if they break your board, you typically get OTK'd. We play 2 the Fallen Paradise, match rarity. I know, don't look at it, just ignore that one. Card says your cards can't be targeted. it just mainly offers protection and lets you draw 2 free cards. So typically at the end of your combo, you draw 2 cards. This is why you want to play hand traps in particular, because you typically want to draw into your DD Crows. I'm thinking about maybe switching out the Phantasmes for what's it called, Skullmeisters, but card just lets you draw 2 cards and offers protection to Sacred Beasts. For your other starters, you play the 3 Opening of the Spirit Gates. This card's really good. It lets you search your starter, the Dark Beckoning Beast, and typically what you do is you summon Dark Beckoning Beast, link it for Almirage, and then you get to use this card to discard whatever you just search and spec it again, because you need to have a target in deck, sorry, a target in graveyard, but you don't need to summon that card. So say typically you link off for Almirage and you discard Dark Summoning Beast, you can summon back the Dark Summoning Beast because you had a valid target when you before you discarded. You can't summon the Dark Summoning Beast, and then you can't discard and summon again if you don't have a target in the graveyard. That'd be cheating. This card also lets you recur. It adds back a continuous trap if you have a level 10 or higher. So typically if you discard one of these cards for Dragoon or one of your dangers, it's just free plus. You get to activate this card and add it right back. So it really just helps you out resource your opponent. Play the Monster Reborn, the Foolish Burial, and Instinct Fusion. Cards since Diabolos or one of your Chaos cards, or sorry, your Chaos cards. Monster Reborn lets you extend, and then Foolish Burial. I don't know if I have it in this deck, just pretend like I do. I use Millennium Eyes and Thousand Eyes because you really don't want to get hit by hand traps, especially Ash Blossom. So this card lets you get that out. Another card that prevents Ash, Called by the Grave. We play the 3 Allures because it's free. That's why I like to play Raviel, because say you don't have any way to dig a little bit deeper, but you have Raviel or you have the Chaos Summoning Beast to search Raviel, you just use the Raviel as a lure fodder. And for basically your win condition, you play the 3 Sacred, Awakened and Sacred Beast. Card's really good. If you have 1 Sacred Beast, it just lets you lets you gain life points equal to amount of lets you gain life points equal to the attack points of every monster your opponent summons. So typically, if they even break your board or whatever, by the time they break your board, they probably summon 10 monsters, and you're at 20,000 life points, and you can stand there nice and pretty as you think of a way to to beat your opponent. The second effect is your win condition. It becomes a skill drain. Your opponent's effects your opponent's card effects are negated. Monster effects are negated. So hand, graveyard, and field, it's negated, and they just kind of stay there as squirm. And then for our other work condition, we play the 1 skill drain. Basically, at this point, when you activate the skill drain, you have one of your Sacred Beasts out, and it's just big boy beatdown. And really can't say no to a 400k beater. For the extra deck, we obviously play the Verte and Red Eyes Dragoon. The card says pop 2, negate, really can't say no to that. We have the Thousand Eyes, and we also have the Link Rebo and IP Masquerena. I don't know if I have it. Let me know in the comments if I have 15 cards or 14 cards, but there should also be a Millennium Eyes Restrict. So just imagine it here somewhere. I have it somewhere, I just don't know where it is. IP is good because say you have extra cards even after past the the Verte, you just use these 2 to go into an Avermax. And you even say they're more Link Rebo, really just good level 1. You can link off with your instant fusion target, just free monster. You play the Appaloosa just because in case you have extra monsters, you can go into the IP and just make it. 2, have 2 free negates. 2 Almirage for the follow-up, 1 for the turn, 1 for the follow-up. This I was talking about. You link off the Dark normal summon so that you have a valid target for when you're activating the continuous spell. Card's good, also prevents against destruction, but you hardly ever use it. Pentastar because they're big and then you just get to punch over and do a lot of damage. Typically don't really go into this. I use B-Cop just in case I want to get 2 monsters in the field. You can also just use this as a flex spot. I just like it because I can offer protection on a card particular, because your Sacred Beast, if you don't have the field spell, they can come really touchy. So I use this to offer them protection. Phoenix, that's easy, pop 1. Mech Knight Crusadia, you can use this to make an IP, so it can't be untargetable and can't be destroyed by battle. Really hard to get over, and it's your Boros Sword. We also have Trains. This is really good to go for game what's it called? After you punch, you make 2, burn for 2,000. This card becomes a towers, can't be affected by card effects, so it's really easy just to sit on this card. And this joy is just a way to get over big monsters. Say your opponent has, you typically don't need it because you have already 4K beaters, but it's just nice to have. Alright, thank you guys. This is again George Amin from Lost Legion. If you're having any success with this card, please let me know, and you can tell me what I'm doing wrong. Alright, see you in the next video.